Good morning, everyone. Back on the 28th. I've been taking care of other things around the house and decided that's a nice day. I'll get out here and do some work. So my chore this morning, I'm gonna try to get all this out. Don't know if that will happen. That way I can tackle that side too. Trying to see how it all fits in. I know there's a bunch of screws around here, around the outer edges, up top. I'm thinking it actually runs back into there, and I might have to remove those bolts. I don't know if it's connected down here. Can't really tell. I may have to get my Sawzall and cut off at the bottom. But I don't want to cut anything up top because I want to keep the shape of all this, so when I go back in with new teak and it's pretty much the template's already there. I did take the glass out. Unfortunately, it dropped down and busted, which I'm not reusing any of that. As I've told y'all before, I'm redoing the way that this window does. I'm gonna make it contour with the boat so it actually looks nice and not an afterthought. But what I also have here is I took the door off to the cabin. This piece of wood right here, I don't see any screws in it. So I'm gonna go to prying and see if it's just glued and nailed on, which I'm guessing it may be because I don't see any screws, and we'll see where I'm at after that. I don't really know. Let me get back to you. All right, everyone, really quick update. So what I've discovered is there's actually four bolts. There's three here, one up in here. That's got to be removed. I cut these off and then realized there's one up in here. So you have to go in here, and as you can see, there was a nice rat's nest waiting for me. I don't like sticking my hand up in places I don't know, and I'm terrified of rats. But I got to get back up under here to this bolt right up under here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there should be a bolt somewhere up under there. Maybe right there. Anyway, I got to get to it. And from all I can see is after I get to it, I don't think it's connected anywhere other than right here, because that looks like a caulk line. I do have a screw up here I got to get to right there. I must have forgot that screw. I don't see any other screws along here holding anything in. And on the back side, I would have thought I would have found a screw, but I don't see it. I also took this door jamb off right here. It was screwed on, but as you can see, it was all rotted, and I just pried it off. I'll be right back to you. Hopefully I'll have it ready to pull out, see if we can pull this sucker out. I still may have to cut it down here. I don't know yet. All right, everyone, so here's what we got. It wasn't too bad getting it off. There were some things on it that I didn't realize I had to move. I need to get in here with my shop vac and clean all this mess up, all the rat poop, and, well, you can see. But basically it was bolted in right here. 1, 2, 3, there was one up in here, 4. I had to remove this to get to this bolt up in here. That's just nasty. Oh, nasty, nasty. Down here, it was screwed in, down at the bottom. Nothing up through here. It had 3 screws up here. This was just glued in right here, or siliconed in. Basically what you have to do is you have to lift this up a little bit off of this lip right here, because it's kind of tucked in here. Once it came out, I got it out this way, kind of like this. I was able to just pull it right out. This is what it bolts to, and as you can see, their fiberglass work is, some fiberglass work is good on this boat. The fit and finish was very poor. It didn't take anything for me to pop this loose. I mean, it's just ridiculous. This other side, however, is proven to be a little more difficult. I can't find where it's screwed in up top. I have looked, I have dug around. I found a couple small holes that had putty in it or silicone, but when I go and dig into it, it's just wood. I can't find a screw. I did have 3 screws on the bottom, whereas the other side had like 6 or 7 screws. This side only had 3. 1, 2, 3. It has 2 bolts holding in there, where this other side had 4. I've tried to pry it. I've gotten the bottom loose. It was mainly just siliconed in. The top side is being a bear. I'm guessing maybe there are screws and I just can't find them. So if I can get, when I get one of my sons out here, I'm going to see if we can lift this up, pry it, and if I can get a flashlight on the back side where it mounts up in here to there, and see if I can see any screws, so I'm just not poking around at nothing, and I'm actually unscrewing what I need to unscrew. I think this one will come out fairly easy too once I get to it. All this stuff here is going to be fairly easy to come out. It's not going to be that difficult, but you know, I wanted to keep all this in one piece. There it is right there. That way I can make my template when I redo it. Again, like I said, what I really want to do with this is this whole, I'm going to keep this, obviously this headliner is fiberglass and it's in good shape. It just need to be cleaned and painted. And, but the whole head needs to really be fiberglass because I do want to put a stand-up shower in here. Obviously all of this will be redone over here. Fiberglass. I don't want any wood in here unless if it's solid teak. Don't want any laminated teak in here. But another thing too, I'm going to redo all my glass is going to be redone. I want to get rid of these hard lines and go with a little more contoured lines in here. The head, remember this head, I'm bringing this wall right here forward about 6 to 8 inches. I want to give myself a little more space in here. It's very tight. And, you know, my wife and I do plan to stay on the boat over weekends and take trips from Louisiana over into Mississippi, Florida. And if we move to Florida, you know, wherever that may take us. But we really do want to, I want to give myself more room in here. It's really claustrophobic and really clean that up. On the back side here, what I have discovered, all of this is solid up until you get down off up in here, and it is soft. You can take the hammer and you can actually feel how soft it is. So all this will need to be cut out up as much as I can. Of course, I got to get in here and remove all the other stuff, but all that's going to need to be cut out. That is going to be a chore and a half. But that's probably going to come once we rip all the cabin out. I'll get that out. Again, that's going to be reglassed. I'm going to use Kusa board for it. I'm not going to use plywood. What I'm probably going to do on this, I like the look of this being, and I know many of y'all seen it, where it's stained teak. A lot of them do faux teak. I can't do faux teak. It'll be teak. But basically, I'm going to take a piece teak laminate on this side, and then on this side will be glassed in. Kusa board, then glassed in. I'll sandwich those two together, laminate them together. So that way all the interior of the head is fiberglass. You don't have to worry about anything rotting. The teak on the outside, you know, marine grade teak will look nice, I think. Again, I'm on contour of the glass to the contour of this. On both sides, it's going to be a lot bigger opening. So to come here, come here, come here. And like I said, too, we're probably going to put a little bench over here. And then over here on this side, maybe a tackle station. I still haven't figured out how I'm going to do the hatch and how it's going to open, because it's not going to open like it normally does right now. It's going to be completely different where you can have access to all that. Basically, this whole section will raise up to have access to the engines and the generator and all that. So I'll get back with y'all. I don't think I'm going to have time today to work on this anymore. I got to go take care of some other stuff. If anybody has any suggestions, any thoughts about this side, if you've done that before, please let me know, because I'm kind of running out of options now. Anyway, y'all have a good day.